Hello, welcome to today's Daily Oracle reading. I have with you one of my favourite decks here. I have a few favourite decks, but this one I've had a number of years. It's another Alana Fairchild. I am quite a fan of Alana's decks. This is the Sacred Rebels Oracle, and it's a really, it's an easy deck at the same time, so it's good for beginners, but at the same time it's quite a detailed deck as well. Not as detailed as some of her decks, but enough. It's enough for somebody who is just starting out with oracle cards to feel like they're getting real daily guidance without having to understand how to read an image, for instance, in the way that you develop as you get better. So let's see what comes up for us today. See what guidance the Sacred Rebels Oracle brings for us. So, as always, we ask, what guidance do you have for us all today in unconditional love and for the highest good of all? We have this card, Come to Life. Can you see how she's painting herself into colour? It's a lovely card. I hope you can see it if I put it like that. Let's just move it there. Okay. So, coming to life. It's so easy to live our lives in black and white, to get into that daily grind, that perspective where we just sort of get into the lull and everything is the same and we do the same thing every day. Even if there's a part of us expecting something to be different, we still do the same routine, and we can get so stuck in that routine that we forget that there's more, and we forget that there's more to us. There is more within us, ready to come out, ready to be received by the world. And so today's card is all about bringing that part of us to the surface, seeing how life can be different when we do that, understanding that our innermost self, once we bring it out and we add the colour and the light to that part of ourselves, can transform any routine, any mundane aspect of life. Because when we bring that colour to the surface, when we begin to colour ourselves in, we notice the difference. Okay, it's not just obvious to other people, it's obvious to us. And until something is obvious to ourselves, until we notice the difference, it doesn't matter what else happens. It doesn't matter that anybody else tells us that we are amazing, or we've done wonderful things for their lives, or we're their go-to person because we're always there for them. None of those things matter. We don't recognise in somebody else seeing us and it then transforming us. But that doesn't work. It's just words. It only works when we see it for ourselves. When we recognise what we have done for somebody else, how we have made a difference, when we recognise ourselves, when we see ourselves, when we hear ourselves, only then does the transformation occur. And we can't do that unless we make some effort to do that. By painting ourselves, by bringing ourselves to life in full technicolor. So today, look at where your life is black and white. Look at where you are stuck in the same old routines. Look at where life is seemingly stuck, where it's not moving forward in the way that you want. Look at how you are doing things in the same way, expecting different results. How can you change something? How can you change it very slightly? How can you change it by focusing on what's inside you that you haven't brought to the surface? How can you change something by bringing your truth into the world? By bringing your light into the world. That's the only way, because then you see it for yourself. And when you see it for yourself, you believe what other people are telling you. You believe in the support that's all around you that you hadn't even noticed before. But without your self-belief, without you beginning the process of colouring yourself in, bringing yourself alive, you won't believe any of it. Everything begins within. You start to make the effort, and then it's like a chain reaction. Everything around you will start to come into Technicolor too. Everything around you will start to come to life, and you will see more clearly. You will see where change is needed, and you will see where something needs to be let go of, and you will begin to notice how doing these things makes a difference. So that's today's task, if you like. That's the guidance for today. Where do you need to come to life? Start the process. Okay, thank you for coming. Thank you for joining me. Please click like and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. If you're watching on any other social media, it'd be lovely if you could comment so that I know how my guidance is affecting you, whether it gels with what you're going through on a particular day, or what else you might like me to discuss on my channels. So talk to me. Communication is the key. Have a beautiful day, and thank you for watching.